All right, we're live. Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be doing a challenge. No, not a challenge. We're not even. This ain't even about zombies. It's about a totally different topic that I feel like I have to address. Um, that's what it's like to be a single male in 2024. In particular, if you guys keep up with the channel, you guys know I'm 21 years of age. And I gotta tell you what, man, there's not a lot of if you've ever been to clubs, there's just not. Well, there's not a lot where I live of clubs, but they kind of go into the greater city part of where I live. Um, and the problem with that is the crime rate in the city is pretty high. There's not a lot of parking places. There's not a lot of free parking places. There's always an Uber, but I don't have the Uber app. I just don't see the point of it. It's like a taxi service. I don't know. The point being, dating in 2024 and what it is to be a single male kind of sort of sucks. It doesn't kind of sort of, it very much so sucks. I don't know, man. It's I seen a video addressing this issue. So there are plenty of videos out here addressing this issue when it comes to dating in modern times. But it's more or less the issue of post COVID. This is kind of the sort of the issue, and that's going to be the first thing we're going to delve into is what post COVID dating. Um, you know where to meet girls, what's wrong with you know what I mean, and what it's like to be single. So many people, I don't think, understand how lonely being single gets. Not having somebody to share your thoughts with, or to share your time with, and as simple as like a friend group makes a difference. But it's just there's only so much that friend group could really do for you as a man, right? Because again, everyone has time, and everyone has a job, or I mean, this is more directed towards uh, guys my age, like in their early to mid 20s, or even at age 19 would probably understand. Um, but just the fact of the matter is, it's just one of those things that I think can really discourage people from just everything. Um, like being single, it's a quick way to unmotivate yourself. Because I've had it to where I want to go out and enjoy things, but I have to do it by myself. So, like, going to the range by myself is fine. It's not as awkward. Going fishing by myself is fine. It's not awkward. But going to like the bowling alley, you have to have a group of friends or someone to go bowling with. A bowling alley is a great first date, in my opinion. But it's like post COVID, there's just not a lot of places to go um, that I feel like are just great, because people are either in that group of people that still think COVID's an issue, or they think that they have some sort of pre-made idea of like what dating looks like. And a lot of people think dating looks like going on a dating app. And sure enough, liking someone's profile, getting to know the person, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you can imagine dating should look like, people have a preconceived notion of what dating should look like in today's day and age. And I got to tell you what, man, it's not online dating. People have a preconceived notion of what society looks like. Society is not supposed to look like everyone staying in their house, not socializing with one another. Like, here's the thing, man. People like me were born in a golden age. I'd say people born before me were born in an even better age. I was born in 2002, so you got to think back when I was a kid, the people that were like teenagers were 90s kids. People that were born in the 90s. You know what I mean? And so when they were kids, the people that were teenagers were born in like the very late 70s or early 80s, where they're like, well, not, well, I was born in like the 70s, so. But for us, teenagers were like people that were born in like the very, I don't know, very late 70s or early 80s. No, definitely the 80s, the late 80s. For us, we're like teenagers, so when it came down to it, I guess I don't know. People we looked up to, whatever. But what they were doing, though, they were going to places like Skate World and going skating, or going out to see a movie, or they'd go out to concerts, music festivals, culture festivals, race tracks. They'd watch races, shit like that. You know what I mean? But what they weren't doing was, and mind you, this is when the internet first started. So the internet wasn't in everyone's home. Um, like there just wasn't a computer in every single household at that point in time. There was a computer, but like dating online chat rooms were the shit. But people weren't spending their whole day on a chat room. And matter of fact, for most of us growing up, that's where a lot of the shit started, was in chat rooms. Like we would start chatting with people. But then obviously, I don't know if you guys remember, but a long time ago, I don't know if they still do this. They might still have to. Talk about internet chat rooms at school. Talk about, be careful who you talk to. Be careful not to give out personal information on internet chat rooms. Well, now it's more or less more important now than it ever was before. But since Instagram and Facebook have taken over, people don't go anywhere. And so where that all relates into post-COVID is, well, post-lockdown, people aren't doing anything. There aren't people doing things they used to do. Businesses are still recovering, so they have strange hours, or they just lost a bunch of staff, and so they've had to cut certain things out of things. Like for instance, I'll explain what I mean by that. In particular, my local recreation center, where they have a basketball court on the inside, a track to walk on, they have a swimming pool. They got all this shit for people to go and enjoy, and they don't have enough staff to really facilitate all those people or all those things. So they had to cut a lot of stuff to make ends meet. And so now when you go there, it's like really the gym and the swimming pool are the only things going up. The yoga classes or whatever. I'm not a yogi. I don't believe in yoga. I don't like yoga. I don't like the idea of yoga. But there's a lot of girls that would go there. And so, so naturally when you'd enter the building, there'd be a crap load of really hot girls doing yoga in their yoga outfits and whatnot. That's gone. Their karate shits had to go, which is a pretty cool way for people to meet people. And because during the daytime, during most of the day, they would teach the youths. This is not dating related, by the way. This is a separate little tidbit, but for a lot of kids in their youth will go like a karate class or something, right? And meet other kids that are also learning that. So it's not like it's competitive, but it's not like a sport where they're a team. It's like they're all trying to improve themselves or whatever their parents signed them up for, or whatever. But they're all doing something they want to do. And so with students and children, this is important because this is our future we're talking about here. They're not getting the social interaction that they really need. And I just think that's just crazy. Um, But for people like myself, when I was growing up, man, it was kind of hard because people were just so mean to me in particular. So I never really fit in. I was never well liked in school, or vice versa. But the thing that gets me is nowadays it feels like everyone's going through, like most men are going through the same bullshit with this online dating. And post COVID's not made it any better. It's really hard to meet girls. And so when I talk to people that were like growing up in like how do I say this? They were growing up in the late 80s and early 90s. To them, the issues that we have today were non-existent. And so you try and sit down and explain it to them, and they're like, "No, dating works. There's online dating, and I don't know. In particular, women will say online dating works, but that's because they're women. It says as a woman, you don't really need to do anything for guys to like you. Guys will like you simply for the fact that you're a woman. I think guys are don't even support other guys anymore. It seems mostly just because the fact is guys today just we just don't get along anymore. You know, as men, we just see each other as competition most of the damn time, and so you know, guys will fight each other over a woman, and I think that's just stupid. So post COVID, right? Going to the grocery store, I mean, it's even more awkward because you just have people that are just there buying up shit, and there are so many people that are so conceited today, and it's more or less a culture issue. But since post COVID, the whole wearing a mask thing is starting to finally die down to the point of normacy. But people are still acting like, I don't know, afraid to talk to people. I don't know if it's because they're getting a taste of isolation. Because the thing about isolation is it's one hell of a fucking problem, man. All right, when you feel isolated, when you feel like you only got you in this world, that is the quickest way to fuck somebody up, man. Because not only do you hate feeling isolated, but eventually you're going to get so used to feeling so isolated that you just don't feel comfortable talking to people. And as men getting rejected more often than not, it's already uncomfortable approaching a female, but now, with these females with earbuds in, now the approach with like a woman, that has earbuds in is even harder. The gym bullshit. Okay, let's talk about that, right? So the gym bullshit has been going on before COVID. This is an issue that's non-COVID related. COVID's not even an issue. This is a whole separate issue. This is with females. Females are literally retarded. I mean, they pull this whole narrative of, oh man, all these guys are perving on me. Okay. You're choosing to wear fucking super short shorts that show 80% of your legs and are really tight around your ass to where it's almost impossible not to notice. It's almost a guy's natural instinct. I hate saying it like that, but a guy's natural instinct when they see a woman like that is to look. And if that's what you wear, you chose to wear that. You chose to wear that. No one forced you to. You chose to. On your own accord. You chose to buy that outfit with your own money, or a money that some guy gave you, or some money your mom gave you, or some money that you worked for. But you chose to buy that. You got money and chose to buy that. You chose to look like that. You chose to dress like that. You chose to put yourself in public like that. Because the gym is not a private club. It's a public place. You might have to become a member, or might have to pay to use the gym, but at the end of the day, you go to like Planet Fitness and see a girl wearing a really tight tank top or whatever, and she looks good. And then you simply glance over just once, all of a sudden you're a perv. I think that's wrong. Because, I mean, it's like saying, okay, well, you know, somebody's going 15 under the speed limit and then you choose to pass them, now all of a sudden you're an asshole on the road because you don't like being behind a slow ass motherfucker, you know? It's like, so, but did you pass him on the road? Well, yeah, I did, but then, then they're like, well, then you were being too aggressive when you're driving or whatever. It'd be like if someone did some bullshit like that, where it's like, yes, I did it. Yes, I passed him. Yes, I went 15 over the speed limit to pass him. But you went 15 over the speed limit. Yes, I'm a man. Yes, I chose to look at the woman wearing, sexy outfit at the gym. Am I not to look? If I'm not to look, then don't dress like that, bro. I mean, literally, shit's getting so crazy. And it's this whole, appropriating it into society. As a man, we're already targeted enough. The last thing that they can call us is a pervert or a pedophile. Those are the worst things to be called as a man, a pervert or a pedophile. Because ultimately, you're not a pervert when you're tipping the stripper fucking 50 fucking bucks. You're not a fucking pervert when you're fucking when you're giving them money. But oh man, you just so happen to fucking look at them in public with clothes and outfits they chose to dress up like a slut. I'm sorry, bro. There's no nice way of putting it. If you dress like that, you're trying to get attention from men. And then you're so conceited that you act like you're not. I don't know, man. That shit just irritates me, man. The second thing that irritates me is this whole the modern dating dynamic. Speed dating. Like singles events. A lot less men are going to singles events. Because for one, it's cringe. Two, most likely you're going to get a girl's number and she's never going to talk to you again. Like, I mean, seriously, I've never been to a speed dating event. I've actually wanted to go, right? Because I'm a single male, right? I don't like being alone. I don't like sitting here playing fucking video games by my fucking self just to go to bed, go to work, and come home to myself and I. Like, I don't enjoy it as much as the next person does not enjoy it. All right, and as much as that sucks to say, because I love playing video games, I don't really enjoy doing this shit every fucking day. Like, being alone really puts the hooks in me, bro. And I'll tell you what bothers me about it. It's just, when I was in high school, I kept trying to tell myself, being alone it's not bad. You're gonna be alone for a while, whatever. But now I'm a fucking adult. I'm tired of being alone, and mind you, I'm just a fucking 21-year-old male. And I'm sick and tired of. Now here's the second issue we're gonna get into, and that's the public perception of a lonely man. I'll explain what I mean by that. It's how people perceive you. It's what people think about you, without knowing anything about you, without knowing you personally, without having a man-to-man or a heart-to-heart conversation with you. These are just assumptions people have made because you're single, you're a man, and that's all it is. Unless you're the top 1 or the top 5% of men, you're not getting a female's attention. I'd say if you're like an 8, a 9, or a 10, you're gonna have a female in your DMs. That's like the top 5% of men. The only thing that can surpass that is if you have a lot of money. And people like, oh, women don't just want money. Well, I'm sorry, man, but when you look like trailer trash with a beer belly as big as a fucking Thanksgiving turkey, yet you got 2 women by your side, and it's literally just because you got stacks of cash. It's like, yeah, well, those are gold diggers. That's not all women. Well, I don't know, man. It's like women. I don't know, man. I've lost my faith in modern women. I just don't trust modern women. Like, it's a trust issue. It's men's problems right now is are pretty fucking clear. You're right. Most of us are struggling with porn addiction. All right. I'm not even going to bullshit you guys. Most of us are. And the reason why is because we're not getting the real fucking thing. We're not getting the attention from women we want, and that porn is going to ruin your fucking brain. All right, that's what that's going to do. It's going to give you unrealistic thoughts and expectations of what relationships look like. All right. That monkey bomb ain't doing shit. The other thing is like with women that watch porn, right? And this is an issue. I just don't see a lot of women talking about it or men talking about it really. But women that watch porn, all women are to a degree eventually that not all. I'm going to say most. I'm not going to generalize. I'm going to say most women have watched porn at least once or twice. Okay, no joke. Porn is more a man thing, but women have watched porn, and so what they get in their head, and a lot of women watch porn. A lot of them do, but a lot of women get in their fucking head is that, oh man, size is everything. All right. I don't think a lot of people know how big 12 inches really is. That's like a foot. That is a square foot, damn near. Not a square foot, but that's a foot. Um, and she might be able to get 6 inches in her mouth, really. But like, unless she has trained her body to take 12 inches into her throat, into her esophagus, then she's not going to be able to take it, man. Like, realistically, man, if you're like 5 inches, bro, you can satisfy a woman. You can. That's the average size. Okay, and that's less than half of 12. All right, so we got to think. Okay, well, if that's the case, then what are people bitching about? People they have a preconceived notion of what something is because someone else says that they. It's like this, right? It's like some rich guy says, I like Lamborghini or McLaren or Ferrari. Some little 12-year-old's like, well, then I like Lamborghini, Ferrari, whatever. Dad, why don't you drive a Ferrari? I don't know, son, because I fucked your mom and now you're in the world and I got to take care of both of you and none of you guys have a job. You know what I mean? It's just like the shit that us men can sit here and say about the world is just ridiculous. The amount of shit we can say. Because either we've been there and we've done that. Oh shit, we got Pack-a-Punch already. Fucking base. But no, it's just like, and what women will do, some women, not all women, some women are very conniving. So what they'll do is they'll manipulate a man to get them pregnant. And then what they'll do is they'll now divorce the man, take half of what the man has, then use the kid against the man for mental reasons. Like, she'll mentally fuck with you because that's your kid. You're going to feel some type of way about it. Most of us men, good men, will feel some type of way about it. 98% of men will feel some type of way about it. And if you don't feel some type of way about it, you're still going to feel some type of way about it when you have child support and the government running after you to pay her child support. And then she's going to go with another man that rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And then she'll eventually get tired of people not wanting her because eventually she's going to be like, all right, I've got my money. I'm set for life. I don't have to work. But now I got 3 kids and no man wants to date me because I got 3 kids. Well, that's why. In my opinion, when I value a woman, a lot of things go into mind. And one of those things is, does she have kids? It's a big question. Because if there's someone else's kids, there's a lot of shit you can take away from that. You can simply rate the idea of, okay, well, on a scale from 1 to 10, okay, if she has kids, why does she have kids? Like, judge her. Judge how she lives. Judge how she talks, how she acts. Because the only person that's going to be paying any consequences is you at that point. She ain't going to pay no consequences in a world that favors women over men. I think that the big issue with women with kids is, I don't know, women give other women these bullshit ideas of like, oh no, you're good, you're beautiful, you're this and that. You might be beautiful, but if you have a kid, yo, you're not worth it. You're used goods. Like it's just like that simple. Like if a woman has kids, she's used goods. She's been piped down, and now she's given birth. So a few things will happen, man. Damn it! I keep throwing my fucking monkey palms. I don't know why. But a few things will happen. Like for instance, she has to be a mother, so she has priorities that reach above myself. If I'm not her number one priority, like this sounds selfish as shit. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm not a woman's number one priority, then that's not good. And the one thing that will make a man less than her priority is if she has a fucking kid. She has to equally prioritize you with her kid, man. Because if she doesn't prioritize your wants and needs, and she doesn't prioritize your well-being, then what is she really good for? I mean, like seriously, we gotta ask ourselves these basic ass questions. Like, what is a woman good for? Just sex? Like, does she cook? Does she clean? Will she be there for me if all of a sudden I lose my job? Does she work? Does she provide anything other than using my money to buy us food and cook it? And if she doesn't cook it and I buy the food, then we got to ask ourselves, what does this woman bring to the table, especially if she has kids? Because now you're already entering the realm of negative, you know, because if she already has kids, then that's a problem. It is a problem in almost every way. A problem can be a problem. Um, it's a problem because it's a financial gamble. Because kids are expensive, man. Diapers. I don't know if I've ever been with a woman with kid. I've never had a true relationship with this woman, but she had 4 kids, and one of them was like a toddler. So I can tell you, kids are fucking expensive. Um, and if she has multiple kids, dude, there's just no. Okay, 1 kid is a problem. Okay, two kid two kids is a even bigger problem. But once you get past 3, once you get into like 3 and 4 kids, then it's just like that. That's something that unless you're super rich and unless she's really worth it, which most likely, you know, judging by the circumstances, she's most likely not worth it. Um, then that's great. But chances are, when you have 4 kids, you're not worth it because if you weren't worth it for the other 4 daddies, you're not going to be worth it for this guy, especially if he's single, hardworking. You're just not worth it. That's my message to single mothers. Granted, I think single mothers are hardworking. They are. They got to provide for a kid on their own without the help of a man. That's not easy. And I'm not saying that all single mothers are like that, but I'm just saying most of them out there that are like just using men, or they get with a man because it's convenient to them. It helps them with their calls. God, I don't know why my fucking L2 is so sensitive right now, but it is. I feel like swapping my R2 and L2 buttons because I don't want to just waste my monkeys. I don't fucking know, man. Like, women are confusing. Like, they won't tell a man what she really wants. She'll tell him something, and then she's like, "Well, I didn't want you to do this, but that's what I wanted." Or she'll pull some bullshit, bro. You just gotta watch her. She'll pull some bullshit. And women aren't scared to pull fuck shit, bro. Like, they'll pull some bullshit on you, bro. Like, they'll use your words against you. They'll put words in your mouth. They'll manipulate you. Like, women are a huge problem nowadays. And I'd say the issue of modern times, this is, I guess, going to be the biggest issue. The issue of modern times is due to apps like Instagram, Facebook, the world has become a smaller place. Okay. Like, I can sit here in Ohio and know what's going on in North Korea. That's a problem. Okay. Because with the access of information being around everywhere, it makes it really easy to, for one, it makes it really easy to get to know somebody, just because of their like shit they post or whatever. And everything on the internet's on the internet, man. So if you've been around, chances are people will know. You've done stupid shit in the past you're not proud of. It's out there for everyone to see. Either way, though, right? Say you're a totally normal looking guy. Okay, here's the issue. Here's the issue. All right, you're a totally normal looking guy. You're probably like a 7 or an 8. No, that's not average. You're not. You're got the average job, but you're like a 7 or an 8 in looks in your local area. Okay, but the girls in your local area are on the internet and they see guys that outrank you by like 7 points. So they're like a 7 or a 10 in an area where 10s and 7s are nothing, or 7s and 6s are nothing. So it's just like, wow, bro. Like, she's gonna, you know what I mean? But it's because information travels fast. You got Instagram and shit like that. And so it's just like, the fact of the matter is, okay, when it comes down to something like that, right, or to that effect, with this online dating especially, girls are all chasing after the same guys. You know what I mean? They're all chasing after that top 10% of men. I think it's less than that. I think it's like the top 8 or the top 5% of males. But unless you're in the top 10%, you really don't have much of a chance. If you're in the top 50 percentile, you're most likely going to probably settle. If you fall anywhere below 50% of men in terms of looks and everything else, you're not getting anything. And that's what sucks, is I'm probably like a 3. I'm not fat or anything like that. I just don't see myself as attractive. But when I hear what girls like, I see a couple boxes tick off. In particular, girls say they like tall guys. I'm 6'2". I'm not obese. I have a nice jawline. I'm very strong. You know, not that it matters, but you know, I mean, but you know, being tall, you know, is something girls say they really like guys that are like 6'1" or 6 whatever. Well, like, thing is, I am tall. I don't get any attention from women, so I don't know what these women are talking about with the I like tall guys, or I only date tall guys. When they say that, I genuinely don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because I don't know where all these females are at that keep saying this shit, bro. I don't know where they're at. I don't see them. I don't encounter them. God knows that. I go to the gym. You know, I had a BMW. Girls say they like guys with nice cars. It's a nicer car than they got. Not that it's about that, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm a half Mexican, 6'1", half Mexican in shape, nice jawline, BMW. I wouldn't say I'm the worst option out there, you know, by no means. But it's just like, you know, like I don't look that bad, I don't think. But it's just like, women, whatever it is that women like, I just don't got it, bro. I'm funny. Like, believe it or not, I can be a really funny guy off stream and whatnot. Like, I'm a pretty cool, chill dude. But I don't think it's about that. I think it's about something else. I think it's about our culture today, our hookup culture today It's just it's a nightmare. Okay. I don't think I need to get into why it's a nightmare. Okay, it's a nightmare literally just because I mean, like, okay, I could not imagine. Okay, not shocked. I could not imagine securing a girl's number. Okay, only to then basically the next day, basically go completely invisible. She don't even notice me. Why is that even? I can't imagine that. Because then why would you give the guy the number? And why do you get guy? Why would you give the guy your number in the first place if you're just going to do that to him? Like, what's the point? First try, Galil. Box is loving me. I've been getting the Galil quite a bit. And the MTAR. The game has been giving me the MTAR more often than not. Gamer girls. I hate girls that call themselves gamer girls or girls that are into video games or whatever their useless excuse is. I'm sorry. You're into video games, cool. I really don't fucking care. Like, I hate being brutal, but or bitter or whatever people want to call it. Whatever it is that I am, that what women will call a guy like myself that's brutally honest. Point is, like, if a woman likes video games, that matters to me. I like girls that like games, but it's just like it's unless we're talking about video games, or unless I met you on a on PlayStation or something, some bullshit like that, then it really doesn't matter. Key thing I care about is, do you like me? I think one of the fundamental basic things. If a woman doesn't like you, then why is she talking to you? We got to get down to the root cause of why you have this woman's number, or why this woman is talking to you. Because to some degree, she has to kind of sort of like you. So that's the problem with women nowadays. They'll say shit and they'll act a certain type of way at first, and then they'll change over time, or they'll just be on bullshit. A woman can easily manipulate a guy, so if she makes the guy think that she likes him, then he'll most likely he'll get his confidence boosted up, and then she'll try to use that guy to her advantage. And I'll just be honest, it works like that, bro. Because I thought this girl liked me. The truth was, she just made me think that she liked me so that I would buy her things, so that I would do nice things for her, so that she would um, basically, so she would keep on getting shit from me. Because I'll do shit like that. I like to reward women. I not reward, but like, how do I want to put it? Like, okay, if they do something nice for me, I like to do something nice for them. I like to get them a little present or a gift or something not super expensive, but I go out of my way for a woman, you know. And that's, I guess, a big problem is, as guys, we need to stop doing that, because we're screwing over two different people when we do bullshit like that. Okay, we're screwing over ourselves and we're screwing over them. Okay, we're making them think that they're worth more than what they are. When a woman thinks that she's worth more than what she is, she'll cock up an attitude, or she'll start some shit that she don't need to be starting. Um, with that shit, and it's just like, well, damn, you know. Um, and I think the issue with that is, a lot of guys get really gullible to shit, but the thing is, like even I go to like the malls and shit like that and just look around and it's just like it's not what it used to be. Women to get their attention it's really hard. Um, and not a lot of women notice me. I'm just gonna be honest. Women, if you're a nice guy, they'll like, oh, that's cute, that's whatever, but they don't see you in any sexual capacity. And the thing is with that is, if they don't see you in any sexual capacity, then they're most likely not going to talk to you. That's just how fucked up shit is. Um, you know, I go to church not for relationships, not to meet women, not to try to get me a girlfriend. I go to church for my own religious reasons. I go to church so that I can hear the word of God. Okay, that's my choice. Um, and so I choose to go there to hear the word of God. If I didn't want to hear the word of God, I would just, I don't know. I just want to go. Holy shit! Is that dynamite? It's same shit applies. If I was going anywhere to look for women, I would not go to church to look for women. I'm not saying you can't find women in a church. You could probably find some nice women in church. But I'm just saying that's not why I go. And so, I'm still kind of a new churchgoer at this church, and so they've only seen me like 5 times. I think I've been since I started going. I've missed a couple of days because of work when I've got held over at my job. Like I think most people here know what I do for a living. I'm a security guard. The Uzi doesn't seem like too bad of a wall buy, honestly. What's it do? Does it mean something? Let's go. Let's do this. Let us finish the round nice and easy, and then we'll go to the roof and start installing these parts. So let me go grab the clothes. Ooh. Like for me, ideally, okay, if I find a woman that likes video games, that's awesome. If I don't, oh well. But like, if I could really share this experience with a female, I think that would be fucking awesome. Play Call of Duty with a girl, zombies. I've never done it before. I have never experienced zombies with a girl. It was always something I did with the boys, the homies, my broskies. We got the sheets. Time to move on. Let's do it. Oh, it's a whole new round now. Can I grab two at the same time? I don't know. We can. I don't know if we. I don't know that we can grab two at a time. Um, I forgot. I had comments on. I forgot. My bad. Yeah. But like, you know what it is. Like, I've never like sat down, couch co-op, played with a girl next to me. I would totally love to do that, but it's just like I don't know. Dating today is just really difficult. I don't know. I definitely get that feeling that I'm less than what I'm worth a lot of times, more often than not, when approaching women. I think it's just due to dating dynamics. Women expect a lot. And there's not much I can really offer a woman apart from respect. Like, okay, I'm the type of guy that does not expect sex. I don't expect sex at all. Like, that's something I just don't expect from a woman. If I get it, fine. But I don't expect it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Oh shit! When we do it once, it puts all the parts on. Okay, I need. That's actually kind of nice. I never knew that about Mob of the Dead. So if you have two parts, if you have all the parts and just go to build it, it will put them all at the same time. So now that I know that, this area is going to be the last area I go to. I'll hit this area up after I have all the parts my next playthrough of this map. I had no idea this whole time, all these years of playing this map. But yeah, like it's just like I don't know, from a woman, like obviously like my whole priority is to make a long lasting relationship. So, if that's by just being a nice guy, I just don't want to be my whole thing is I just don't want to be taken advantage of because shit like that will happen, okay? It is what it is. But in order to do this step, we're gonna have to go all the way down. I hate this area, but at the same time, I love this area. So the Uzi is also a wall buy down here as well. It's a wall buy in 3 different areas, so I feel like the Uzi would be kind of a fun weapon to get my next playthrough because I can refill its ammo at 3 different spots that are very convenient. Um, well, I mean, it's just like when it comes to like the dating world, I don't know, man. It's being a single male sucks, man. Like it's not a. Oh, I forgot to open it. I'm a dummy. I am a dummy. We're not going to use this. We're going to take advantage of being in this mode real quick. We're going to go over here. And what we'll do is we'll power this up because double tap in this iteration of zombies gives us double damage. So what we'll do instead, go back here, avoid those idiots. Since we got money for day. Whoa, hey buddy. This shit better not be poison. Okay, we can do a couple of things with this. Oh shit. Okay, that's the last zombie for the round. Yeah. No, I get that. Where is he? He's up there. He's coming down. What we're gonna do is we're gonna confuse him. I know it sounds kind of lame that we're gonna use our last afterlife to go do this puzzle, but trust me, guys, it'll be worth it. Okay, so 3, 2, 5. All right, now it's time to run like hell. I think we're gonna have a Brutus spawn, so I'll just equip the LSAT, or I'll have it reloaded for when he comes around. It's just where they sit. All right, so now we're gonna get another afterlife, right? No, we're gonna get this one here. I don't know. The other thing I wanted to talk about, OnlyFans. All right, it's a tough topic, but it's all these OnlyFans hoes, man. I'm telling you guys. I don't know what women feel entitled to if they don't provide. I don't know, man. It's like I gotta see something, I gotta see that a woman's not just a piece of meat. You know what I mean? Like I kind of feel like she's able to do things. She's able to think independently. Um, like you know what I mean? Like it's one thing I really hate seeing. It's these really unintelligent women that act like they know everything, or it's just these women that will argue for no reason. Um, but it's these OnlyFans girls that have an OnlyFans complain that no one wants them. Meanwhile, they have an OnlyFans. So that's probably has something to do with it. Like, no one wants to see that a woman's been ran through. And no one just wants that out there to see. So what are their friends going to think about it? And more importantly, is if you have a kid with a woman like this, then I think we need to overload then you know what I mean. Your kid has to live knowing that his mom's been eggplanted on OnlyFans. So I don't know. To me, that shit's unattractive right there. OnlyFans girls are unattractive. I just don't see how people find them attractive. Now, the thing about strippers, a little bit different than OnlyFans girls, but they have the same symptoms, i.e., um, they want something, like whether it be money or just whatever. But most likelihood is they're probably just only with you for money, and so that's just not a good thing at all. All right, we gotta be quick about this bullshit. We gotta be fast. Holy fuck! All right, holy fuck! I'm not gonna make it, am I? No way. Holy fuck! I did it. I did it. I think when we grab the oxygen tanks in the toolbox, Brutus was gonna spawn. So I'm just gonna load this up. Hey guys, I found the oxygen tank. No, but I think Brutus is gonna spawn in at the when we go get the engine. Or not I think it's called the rigging. No, we already got that. Alrighty. He's definitely going to spawn in soon. Round 5, 6, 7. Round 8. Not bad. We'll go build the thing later. Alright, cool. I already bought this open. So I already created a shortcut for myself. I don't have Speedy Cola open yet. That's cool. That's cool.
Found the engine.
He's gonna spawn in.
This thing is heavy.
Right? Brutus still hasn't spawned in yet. Okay. I don't know why I'm so paranoid about Brutus spawning in. He's not even that hard to kill. For at least the first 2 times. But now we have the rest of the parts. We can go ahead and go build the thing. And if we want to go use it again, we have all the parts that we grab turn into fuel canisters. But I don't know. I had a whole thing set up for this video. And OnlyFans girls are unattractive. Sorry, but they are.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
That's not to say that I haven't subscribed to any girls that are on OnlyFans. Because I have. Doesn't make it right. And I'll tell you why. Because you are supporting a woman selling her body, okay, for money, for monetary gain. That's wrong. So really, all I want is just a natural woman, a woman that I know I can have kids with, a woman that has a few common interests with me. Really, that's it. That is it. She doesn't have to be an 8 or a 9. Now, I could think she's an 8 or a 9, but I don't want the whole world thinking she's an 8 or a 9. Not out of control reasons, not out of because, if the whole world thinks that she's an 8 or a 9, then, she might leave me for someone else. No, if she genuinely loves me, she won't do that. And because I'm not going to give her a reason to do shit like that.
What the fuck is that? Yes.
Sure you were.
Get the fuck out of here. Fucking wicked witch of the fucking west.
Alright.
Go to hell and stay there. Forgiveness ain't in my vocabulary.
We're going to go in and pack punch both of our weapons. Because when I go there, I don't intend on coming back to the Golden Gate Bridge. Just because I don't really want to.
Double points. This ain't a fucking game.
I don't know. Like, there's this really cute Colombian girl. It's at my work. But she doesn't work for my company, though. She works for the cleaning company. But she's Colombian. And she's gorgeous, man. Like, she's drop dead gorgeous. And, what do you say, man? I have an innocent crush on her. And I would totally love to ask her out. I totally see it being more than just a friend with benefits or just a situationship or anything like that. I don't see it like that. I have pure intentions with it, and so it's just like I just don't think she likes me though, and it's just that feeling of self-doubt. It's those limiting beliefs that I feel like are holding me back. But if I just approach her, I just feel like it would just be awkward and creepy. So I don't think I'd be able to communicate it to her that because she has trouble speaking English, and that can already be a problem. I mean, yeah, she's improving her English every single day, and her speech, she's getting a little bit more fluent. She's improving a lot. She's learning newer words. You know, she knows the basics of English, of like how to ask the price for things. You know, like she understands certain things in English. She understands sex things in English because my coworker talks to her about it, you know, or whatever. They talk about their love life. My coworker is a girl, but so Sophia knows certain things, and Sophia knows a couple of insults, so she knows the mean, hurtful words. So if you call her a bitch, she knows what it means and she don't like it. So that's always good. But the other thing is, um, yeah, she just knows the very basics of English and some of the,
Let's get the hell out of
you
here
know,
now.
she just knows some English. And so she's learning certain words and certain expressions of how to pronunciate certain words or whatever. But she talks with her hands, which I think is kind of cute. Like, she'll use her hands and try to like a mime, and she's trying to explain what she means in Spanish and in English. And it's just, I don't know, it's cute. But yeah, she's like, I'd say easily, in my opinion, she is like a solid 9 out of 10 in terms of looks and in terms of her accent. It's very sexy. But there is one problem. Okay, she has 2 kids. Okay, I get it. You know, whatever. But is it doable? I'm gonna say absolutely, it's doable.
You hear me? I'm done.
I would make that sacrifice for that woman, but I don't think that she likes me because I'm like a 4 out of 10. Um,
Fucking aces. That's just what the doctor ordered. What the fuck?
Thank God
That's just fucking great.
I did not have Jug. So that leads me to believe, do I get my perk back? No, I don't. So if you die from natural causes and get put into there, then yeah, you inherently lose your perk.
Don't fucking run it now. You ain't got no head. Okay, come on.
That's like sick. I like that shit. It's cool. So you come back here, everything should have power to it. So whatever shit you did not power up will be powered up. So if we go back to Speedy Cola, Speed Cola should be powered up. I'll only go in there for a split second just to see what they got going on. Yeah, so I can tell you buy Speed Cola. Just come to think of it, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna reload that LSAT.
Who the fuck made all these things? That's what I want to know. You just keep coming, don't you? Holy shit! Is that dynamite?
Anyway,
Look at now. I found another few cans.
when you're in public as a single male and nothing, people just see you as kind of creepy. Don't know why, but I wish people would stop seeing single males as creepy, because how are we creepy? We're just existing. I don't know. I don't know. The whole conversation's kind of sort of died. I don't know. I approached a very broad, open topic that I have a lot of opinions about without having pre-decided what it is I'm going to be talking about. I guess here's the point I want to make. Boomers, or just older people in general, like my mother, for instance, she does not know what the hell is going on.
Got a few can.
I don't mean to call my mom dumb, but she really don't know what's going on in the dating world. It's pretty obvious because she acts like, oh, there are plenty of single women out there. It's like, yeah, mom, but none of them.
Hope this works better than it tastes.
I had the conversation with my mom a few times, and I told my mom, very heartbreaking thing to say.
What took it now? I found another few cans.
I said, "You're right, mom. There are a lot of single women out there, but none of them want me." And my mom just did not understand what I'm talking about. She said, "Yeah, oh, you're full of shit." She tried to play it off, but it's like, look, the signs are there. I haven't had a girlfriend in years. Like, what I mean? Like, I'm a young guy. This is the point in time where singles start getting together. I'm not getting with anybody. The reason is I'm not attractive. If women found me attractive, I'd be talking to a female. I'm not actively talking to females. Now, at one point, I was talking to a stripper, but that was just there were strings attached. Money was involved, and it wasn't free. Um, it was more like a hookup thing. So if I'm single, I'm getting laid. Like if I'm not with someone, I'm getting laid. Like, there's just no two ways about it. And as a Christian, unless you're married to them, it's adultery. So, but unless, and I'm gonna say this, I understand that it can spite God when I say this, and I don't mean this to do that. But as a single male, if I'm not with someone, I'm getting laid. I'll leave it at that. God will judge me when that time comes for that. I fully accept that and I understand that. But either way, beyond that, the other issue comes up of, it's like, I don't really enjoy the hookup culture. And it does not leave me satisfied, because lust is something that once you have too much of something and you just want more of it, eventually you're going to want more than what you want. And then that's what leads to weird shit. You know what I mean? Because eventually, lust is like, I don't know if you guys know much about Wendigos, but like people that commit cannibalism or whatever in Native American culture, they become a Wendigo, right? They have an unquenchable thirst and an insatiable hunger for people after their first time. I'd say sex is very similar. After your first time, you want more. And, understandable. But the thing is, it's the way that people go about eating human flesh for the second and third and fourth, fifth, eighth time. Same way people want to have sex the fifth, sixth, eighth, or ninth time. They just want to keep having it. But eventually, normal sex becomes boring, and so you need something new to spice things up. So then you keep on having these weird experimental sex sessions. Um, you know, then you start doing weird things. And that's where weird fetish culture comes in. And there's weird sites on the internet. So I don't know. In my opinion, do I think that sex is wrong? No, I don't think sex is wrong. I think sex is necessary. It does not say in the Bible sex is wrong. What it does say is wrong is adultery. Marriage without sex without marriage is adultery. So as to that, I'm not a preacher or pastor. I don't have any religious authority on the matter. I just say what I personally believe.
Fucking aces. That's just what the
Um,
doctor ordered.
And so I could be wrong. I fully acknowledge that. I'm not saying I have all the answers to anything. So, the fact of the matter is, we have some problems when it comes to Christianity. Certain things are not really well explained. I think Christianity prohibits drug use without explicitly stating drug use. But I feel like, in terms of alcoholism and being addicted to things, yeah, I don't think God likes his children to be addicted to substances. Um, as far as that goes, it is what it is. So, you know.
I got a few words for you. Go to hell. What the fuck is that?
What the hell?
Who's asking for a free call? Get out of here. The way I see it, you're all just fucking me. Holy shit! Was that dynamite?
Ooh, AK-47.
Fuck the pappy.
One of my favorite guns in Zombies. Because it's the only map that it's ever on. Sorry I got rid of the Galil, guys. I think the Galil is 1,000 times better than the AK, but I haven't used this gun in a long time. So for me, this is just like a trip down memory lane, more or less. But this gun just has so much more ammo. Refuel the plane.
This thing better make it off the ground, Lucy.
Go pack the AK. Too bad we can't have 3 guns. Damn, man, it does a lot of damage, actually, even unpacked. Pack a punch. Our second time.
So this is my punishment. The universe taking its grand revenge for all my misdeeds.
Reznov's Revenge. That's awesome. I love that. Reznov's
I don't
Revenge.
regret a damn thing. If I had my time over, I'd do it all again. Every fucking part of it. So universe, you wanna know what I think? I think you can go fuck yourself.
You know what's really crazy? Since he says that, Warden spawns. So unfortunately, ammo was not a priority with this gun, but
Monsters are on the bridge too.
yeah. Oh man. Yeah, so the Rosnov's Revenge is very powerful. It does not really rely on ammo. I wish it at least had somewhere in the 300s in terms of ammo count, but it's pretty minimal when it comes to ammo. But it just solely relies on its high DPS.
You ain't put me in the ground. You're a dead piece of shit now. Get down. Stay down. Forgiveness ain't in my vocabulary.
Now, once you're out of that ammo, we're just gonna hit the box, and whatever we get next, we'll just pap it. How to get the golden spoon? I forget how in the hell we get the golden spoon. Some sort of special Easter egg we had to complete.
We're cooking now. I found another few cans. Back your ass up. I ain't
We're gonna end the game. But yeah, no. I don't know, man. There's a lot of topics, but I think I was trying to explain earlier. Older people just don't know what younger people have to go through. Like Loki, if you take an older person, okay, and you make them our age with the knowledge that they have now, they wouldn't go anywhere. Like you hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I only had the knowledge I knew back then." Now, that would be freaking set. Well, you take that knowledge and then you throw them in today's world where essentially the world doesn't care what you know; it only cares what's on paper. Like when it comes to college, when it comes to women, and when it comes to this internet shit. A lot of these older people don't know how to use, and I don't mean older. I don't think 50 is old. I'm talking about people in like their 70s or in their 70s and mid 80s. Like my mom's in her early 60s. Like if you take some 60s to 80s, these people don't even know how to use the internet, let alone how to stream television or vice versa. Now, some of them have learned and adapted, but most of them, a majority of them, over 40, I'd say this, over 70% of them have not adapted. So you put them in today's world, they'd be so lost. The thing is, young people are expected to do so much, especially when you're a young man, because then you get told by people, well, when I was your age, I moved out. Well, they don't take into account inflation's up over 300%. Like, the thing is, yeah, you're making 12 an hour. When you were working, you were only making like maybe 7 or 8 an hour is considered decent. But then again, a house back in the day, like really back in the day, was like 70 grand to 100 grand. And so you can live on, 15 an hour was considered a pretty good job. Now 15 hours like the bare minimum, even less than the minimum wage. So we look at the economy, the dating market, and societal expectations of men under 30. And these three factors, these three pillars, are a huge factor of being a young man. And especially being a single man, you're on your own. When a woman moves out, typically it's with a boyfriend. She has her boyfriend do over 60% of the work. She only has to put in or an equate at least a 30% of the work, because the thing is, his money is their money. Her money is her money. So ultimately speaking, or it's a situation where she doesn't work at all. So, I mean, is what it is. But it's something I wanted to rant about today, in particular, because I just felt like it. I don't know. It's like I was on Facebook dating, and I've been on there. I've been liking profiles or whatever for a couple days now. And bro, let me tell you how many single moms are on Facebook dating. And my standards are, if you have kids, I'm not talking to you. And some of these girls look sexy. I mean, sexy with three S's. I mean, seriously. And I rejected them, okay, because they have kids. And then there's a few that weren't that good looking, and it's well, that's a definite no. You know. But some of these girls at 19 with two kids and three kids and shit, I don't know how the fuck they do it on their own like that. Unless they're seeing multiple people, and multiple people are giving them money and they're making it, and now they just want a primary guy to basically support her. And I don't know what. Not everybody has in the same situation, but you see the same practices again and again and again and again, and it just becomes an assumption or a generalization. All the bad single moms make all the good single moms look bad, and so that's ultimately what that comes down to. But guys do some pretty stupid shit too. I mean, like guys, they don't take care of themselves and they don't get a job and they just stay a homeless bum or a jobless bum or both homeless and jobless. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Some of us guys do some pretty stupid shit, believe it or not. Like when a guy gets emotional, like when a guy gets up in his feelings, when his shit gets rocked and he gets all emotional about it, bad shit can happen really fast. Um, and I feel like the world, like the court system, the legal system favors the women. This much is clear. I mean, you can see some of the divorces, you can see some of the crazy shit. And then you look up why men are walking away from dating by Man Talks, and just watch maybe 6 or 7 of those videos. Then watch some Just Pearly Things videos. I don't really support her. I don't think she's for men's rights, but you listen to some of the shit she's saying, and it's just like, yeah, man, some of that shit's real. I think Roma Army is better, but I don't think either of them are 100% for men. I mean, I'm not going to say what they're for because I'm not them. I think Roma Army is more, what do you call it? More about men's rights. But again, it's just like you get these figureheads like Andrew Tate or whatever. Men are flocking to these influencers because of the only people really supporting men. And men just need to hear some shit like, you're appreciated or whatever. And it's just like, you'll get some OnlyFans girl that's like, if your man gets up at whatever time and then, you better be giving him head. It's like, yeah, but not all of us guys have a woman to give us head in the morning. It's like fucking shit like that, man. And it's like, well, she has an OnlyFans, so she gives a lot of people head. It's like, bro, I don't need to hear it from that. Like, I don't want to hear that. I think men, fundamentally speaking, we need to be motivated by something. And women motivate us because they're simply women. And it's just like, that needs to stop. Because at the end of the day, we just allow them to do whatever. And then we're expected to adhere to their bullshit sometimes. And it's like, no, we need to stop giving them shit. We need to stop doing things for them. They need to start doing things for us. And it's just like, I don't care how brutal or how mean or how rude or how misogynistic that sounds, but it's just like, nah, If you're not cooking or cleaning, then why are you here? So if you're not going to cook, you're not going to clean, you're not going to, have sex with me very much, and, you got a dog, and, you got this little fucking dog that shits and pisses on the floor and gets hair every fucking where, and, you get this stupid, annoying little fucking dog, and then you want a kid and a dog, and they want me to pay for shit. My money is our money. Yeah, no, you're getting the fuck up out of here, bro. There's just nah, fam. Nah, fam. Expect too fucking much, give too little. Not contributing enough. Nah, that shit's got to stop, bro. That shit's got to stop. But it's less about dating, less about having women, because this video is labeled "single men," what it's like to be a single man. I can tell you, it just sucks. It really fucking sucks because I don't know, seeing people around you have, you know, have girlfriends or whatever, or even you see shitty guys, all right, get good looking girls. That's what irritated me. As I have a buddy, that basically just wanted girls for like sex or whatever, and then that was it, bro. And then he'd get these really cute looking girls that were actually good girls. And then next thing you know, oh yeah, she wouldn't respond to me when I wanted her to, and I'm already talking to another girl, so I just blocked her. It's just like, damn, bro. Now she's gonna hate all men, and now it makes all of us look bad. And it's just like, man, how do all these people find all these girls? It's like, bro, I'd be going to like, and people, the stupidest shit I've heard was, go to the grocery store, go to Walmart, go to Meijer. I go there all the fucking time, bro. I don't attract women. And it's like, you gotta do this and that. It's just like, I don't know. This shit sucks. It's crazy. Stop being single. I don't think that that's like, for me right now, like, that's just not possible. It's just like, I don't know, man. You gotta watch the whole thing. It's like, because I know I'm definitely not the only guy out here. Because I mean, I'm only 21, dude. I'm like, I've been to the clubs and shit like that. Again, when I first started this stream, I was talking about post-COVID shit. Go to the mall, bro. I've tried that shit, bro. Especially the bumping into a chick at the store. I've even tried the whole. Do I know you from somewhere? Like, cause whatever. Um, I've even tried bars. I've tried the gym. The gym's not the place to ask people out. But no, seriously, man. Like I've tried it all. It's just like, I don't know. I don't want to say single forever because that's not. I don't believe I'm that ugly. But like whatever women want right now, I don't have it, man. It's crazy. Um, but fucking the crazy thing is hearing these women get on like YouTube podcasts and shit, and they're like, I want a man with 6-figure income. And it's just like, damn, do you even understand? That's like, it's like impossible for guys my age. Like in my age demographic, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of guys making 6 figures with their shit together. I mean, with 6 fingers, with not 6 fingers, with 6 figures, you can get your shit together pretty quick. But yeah, I mean, I get that too. But it's just like, man, I gotta tell you, I mean, there's one girl that I genuinely like that I talk to. It's just her English is not that good. And so because she's not a Western woman, the problem is she lives in America, so she's going to figure it out pretty soon. But she grew up in Colombia, and so Like, I just don't think she likes me or sees me in that way. So I don't know. We'll see see how things pan out. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Oh no, she's Colombian. She's beautiful, but I mean, I like Latin women. Like I like Italian and Latin women. Probably my favorite. Like I like brunettes and girls with a bit of a tan complexion. That's my type. If I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, blondes are all right. They're mid. I mean that's a pretty loaded, not loaded. It's a pretty it's a hot take. Blondes are mid. I mean, they are. They just are. Blonde milfs, on the other hand, that's something else. But these, I don't know, fucking these young blondes that think they're the shit, bro. Like, they're so unattractive. Yeah, like I mean, I've taught her English a few different times. I've what do you call it, man? Uh, it was so I'm a security guard and she works for the cleaning crew at my job, and she's with the. I'm not racist, but she's with the Spanish speaking people. That's Alejandro and Miguel. So they speak Spanish and English. Uh, I think Miguel's from Guatemala or Honduras. So, but he's been here long enough to speak good English, and Alejandro is like Mexican. He's been here pretty much forever, and so he's grew up in an English and Spanish speaking household. So, but she's Colombian, and so she's learning English, and her broken English is so cute. It's crazy. But yeah, a few different times, but it just doesn't go anywhere. So I don't. The only problem is she has two kids. That's the only problem. But man, do I gotta say, bro, she has a really nice ass, bro. Like off topic, bro. She's nice, bro. She's shorter than what I would like, but not too short. Um, but she's got the cutest eyes and the cutest face, bro. She's just so cute, and she's not too tan either. She's just like I don't know how I want to describe it, but I don't know. She's cute, bro. Like, she's really cute, and whatever. But since it's at my work, I just don't really. I don't know that's moral number one. Just not at work. I don't do that at work. Shit, I don't believe in it because it's like I get in trouble from HR or whatever. But no, like one time I was really cold outside. And she had to go like get the trash, change out the trash bags outside, and so I gave her I let her use my jacket because it was super cold outside, and so that was move number one. And it seemed to be for the most part pretty positive, but it's just like I don't know. Now we just sort of see each other, have a few laughs every now and again, talk. Um, my coworker, I've already said it on the stream earlier. My coworker, it's a female that I work with. She's pretty open about her sex life. Okay, talks to me, talks to Sophia about it, and so I don't know, man. She's made a few attempts at trying to, you know, no, her. I've seen her kids. She showed me pictures of them. They're weird, but she's like, "Yeah, no, I have kids." I'm like, "Oh, okay." This is a weird conversation we had, and then she's showing me a picture of her kids or whatever. But she knows that I used to. I don't know because I told my coworker about the stripper that I was seeing, and so she told Sophia I also told Sophia about the girl that I was seeing that had not see. Oh, when I say seeing that's inaccurate. The girl I liked, whatever, whatever you want to call that, whatever that was, whatever it was. She told her about that, but she had 4 kids, and so Sophia's like, oh, yes, he's a nice guy, he's whatever. But then it's just like, I don't think I'm really her type though, man. Like, I don't know. It's just like in conversations. I don't know, man. But either way, it would be kind of nice to have that as my girlfriend, bro. I would marry her, bro, so quick, bro. You have no idea. I'd take her off the dating market so quick. But I don't think I'm her type. I would recommend drifting away. Honestly, man, it's probably the smartest decision. I mean, if you've seen her, like, you would understand. Like, it's like when I okay, look, bro. Like I was saying earlier on the stream, women with kids, big no no, unless it's worth it. And let me tell you something. She takes pictures of food that she's cooked, and like I've seen, like, whatever. And like she works for the cleaning crew, and she does a good job of cleaning. Let me tell you, it's she's really pretty. It's worth it, pal. Like, it is worth it. Um, so she's single because her husband divorced her. I know I'm about to sound crazy as shit for saying that shit, but they divorced, and then she went to the United States, basically. But she married young. I think she got married at age 19. So she's relatively almost my. I think she's a year or two older. No, I think she's 24 or 25. But I think she got married at 19. But either way, though, like that's the only girl that I find attractive, relatively attractive at my job. There's a few girls that I think are pretty cute that I wouldn't mind seeing or being with, but then again, I wouldn't mind being with anybody because I don't know if anyone's seen what I look like, but I'm not getting bitches. That shit's crazy. It's these limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Alrighty. I'd say realistically, I'm like a 5 or a 6, but like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like the energy I give off because normally I'm a pretty chill dude, bro. Like, I don't talk very much. I keep it to myself mostly. Like, I don't like my presence being widely known. Like, I don't like when I'm at a party. I'm not. I try to blend in. I don't try to stand out amongst the crowd. And so I don't know. I'm like in that invisible category of guys. I think because because the we live in the internet. We live in the internet age. Where basically because the internet's made the world a smaller place. Uh, it's basically made it to where all the girls are chasing like the top 10% of guys, or even less than that. The top 5 or 1%. If you're in the top 10%, you'll get someone. But me, I'm like in probably the top 40 percentile. So for me, it's very difficult. well, I for well, well now I forbid you from seeing her. That's funny. Well, I mean, trust me when I say this, bro. It is a worthwhile thing. Like most certainly, it is worthwhile in almost every capacity. She's a hard worker though. Like she's doing all this on her own, and she works 2 jobs. She works in a Mexican restaurant, and she works at my job part time. So, but either way, um, her cooking is just really nice. And it wouldn't be a money thing because, like I said, she works 2 jobs. So I would have to contribute a little bit to that whole household thing to make it work. Obviously, because she has kids. So whatever. I'd prefer that she didn't, but still. And yes, I understand that to some degree. After a certain point of time being with her, the government's going to expect me to contribute something to kids that aren't mine. And she's pretty enough to where I'd be willing to do it. And she's nice enough and she's displayed excellent character to where I trust that she wouldn't do anything. But I would just try dating her or seeing her first and seeing where things go from there. But again, it's just the fact of the matter of I don't think I'm her type, so I just don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. But with her, it's worth it. But I only say with her, it's worth it because, again, she doesn't have all these Western beliefs. And so I don't know. But again, that's the only real woman I'm interested in right now at that place. And there's a few other ones that are pretty nice that I've actually had conversations with. I mean, as a security guard, you're gonna have conversations with a lot of people because people see you every time they walk in. So you're like at the front, you check bags or whatever. And so people know me as like kind of a comedian. Like, I make people laugh. I make them. I don't know. I make being at my work less shitty. Damn, the Type 95 runs out of ammo so quick. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pack a punch the Type 95. I hate getting rid of the FNFAL, but it just hmm, that irks me. It's one of my favorite guns. The Cap 40. Oh my god, dude. This thing's a pea shooter. Yeah! I hate the way the zombies sound when they go to hit you. Yeah! Because it doubles up the damage. It's damn near having the gun packed. Damn near. And I'm just using the Cap 40 to make points so I can hit the box again and trade out the Cap 40. But now since this gun's packed, it has double tap. Root beer, it's become pretty powerful. All right. Oh no, she's not communist. She doesn't believe that women should divorce, and it was her husband that divorced her. She did not divorce her husband at the time. Um, from what she's told my partner, if what she said was true, um, he was cheating on her for some time, I guess, and she just didn't know it, and then so she wanted to leave there to come here, and so she came here without him. Basically, is the gist of what I've been told. Okay. Now, yeah, that could just be bullshit. I'm not saying it couldn't be, but I'm just saying like I don't know, man. She's pretty nice. Um, and she just seems so confused as to why Western women just look so angry all the time. Yeah, so she like that's just one of the things she just believes. She doesn't like. Well, she doesn't believe in divorce at all. Like it's just something she was raised to believe that once you love somebody, you're with them till death do you part. You know, type shit. And she never cheated. She doesn't believe in cheating. And fun fact, actually, she's so strong into that belief that she was seeing a guy, but that guy was married, and she found out because she went on the Facebook thing, and so she blocked him when she found out, and she sent him a mean message. She told my coworker. The only reason I know all this shit is because my coworker tells me everything. My coworker keeps trying to ship me and this Sophia girl. Um, basically, she's trying to ship us. If you know what that means, it means like someone that sees two people as being a couple. So anyway, which I don't think it's a bad idea. It's just again, it's the fact of the matter is I might not actually be her type, and if I'm not her type, then I'm just wasting her time. And then I'm wasting my time. DSR 50 for days, baby. I'll put you to sleep 6 feet deep. Pop. Ew. If we just got a max ammo, we wouldn't have had to get rid of the FAL. The FAL. But what we will do to help us out here is we'll grab a speed. Speed up your life. Yeah, we'll be able to reload the DSR 50 because it only holds 4 shots. So we'll do. Yeah, Speed Cola was a worthwhile purchase. I did already forbid you already, so I saved you your time. Well, I mean, again, it's more a fantasy than a reality. Because again, look at me. I know you can't look at her because I don't have a picture of her or anything like that. But then look at her. I don't have a chance, bro. It wouldn't happen in a million years. And even if it did, I would totally 100% be okay with it because she's pretty and she is more than just, I don't know, more than just a piece of meat. She's got a nice personality. And I mean that I value personality more so than ever because I want to have conversations. I want to talk. I want to enjoy my time with a person. If I don't enjoy my time with them, then why am I with them in the first place? I don't know. My logic and thinking may not make sense because I don't know. Beauty isn't everything, but it plays a huge part of it. I can tell you that right now. Not gonna lie, dude, these EMPs are OP when it comes to these sniping. It's like throwing a hot dog into a hallway. It's like I don't know. I mean, pussy will recover. You know, that's not true. Because I've been with women, and believe me when I say this, okay? I'm not advocating for it, but I've been with women that have had kids, been with them, and they were just fine. Shit only gets that loose when they're getting like dicked down to the point to where they end up like in the hospital or some shit like that. Like some crazy shit. And she's not that kind of girl anyway. Again, like when I like trust my judgment on this, like when I say that that's okay, again, be the only woman that I would accept that with. But then again, it's a very tough rule because again, I don't like the fact that two kids, one kid is plenty, two is too much. Um, wish I still kept my monkeys. You secretly want to be a stepdad, huh? Not necessarily, but having dad experience, like I understand what that takes, and it's a lot of pressure. Like believe me, it okay. Micromanaging is a real thing, and basically having to put your wants on the back burner sucks, and especially because like I mean it's the thing. If you're marrying that woman, you're also taking in those kids. You're going to be the father of those kids. Now, granted, I'm not talking about marriage, but we're just talking about dating real quick. So it's not like I'm committing anything. But yeah, the long term goal would be marriage. But that's if she can pass phase one. Phase one is just dating. Actually, phase one isn't dating. Phase one is talking. Phase one is just taking her on dates. Well, I guess dating. I guess that's dating, right? Oh, sweet, I got the FAL back. Thank God. Now I can get out of this sticky situation. All right, we're gonna book out. Whoa! See, I got out of that situation like I would have got out of a situation if she had more than two kids. Nah, but seriously, I don't know. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. It's whatever it may. Oh, damn. Oh yeah. I wonder if the FAL receives a 3-round burst like it did in the original. I bet you it does. Yep. Yeah, again, it's a subtle thing. I don't expect anything out of it, but I mean, I guess you could say there are two other girls that also work there that I have a kind of a secret crush on. It's just not the levels of Sophia, like because they're not as pretty as Sophia, and also they're not as nice. Not saying that they're mean or anything like that. They're both like, well, one of them doesn't even acknowledge that I exist. It's just I don't think that I don't think of her any more than just like she's kind of cute. I kind of like her, but I wouldn't like interact with her or anything like that. But then again, opportunities may or may not present themselves, so I don't like exclude the idea of it, but it's just like it's just not as realistic. Um, oh damn, damn. Yeah, that's another thing I like about her. It's an awkward thing, but since her name starts with an S and my name starts with an S, if we were to get married, we'd have basically the same initials. I know it sounds like the stupidest fucking lovers bullshit, but I'm dead serious. Like I think that would be hella cute. That's just a me thing though. Well, yeah, because I mean, you think about it. If she gets married to me, she'd take my last name. If it's her name starts with an S, and my name starts with an S, we'd have S and M as our initials. My last name is an M. That's the whole thing about my channel is it's my initials, but it also stands for Stuntman or Superman. I think we're just gonna grab stamina. That boost in movement speed sure does come in fucking handy. I'm gonna hit that box, see if we get anything. If not, we'll go grab. Fuck it. I'm gonna go pack a punch. They totally ignored my monkey. Nah, I don't. Well, actually, I do have a Facebook, not a Twitter though. I don't have anybody on my Facebook, bro. My Facebook's underdeveloped. I only got like what 4 or 5 pictures of me, and then like 5 or 6 stupid posts. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, it is what it is. I like having all the map packs to Black Ops 2. It's just a nice feeling to have. Regardless, again though, right? Like there's one other girl that I have a crush on that will not notice me. Then there's another girl. It's really nice. what do you call it? I had a good conversation with her last night and today. But she's not nearly as pretty as Sophia, but that's okay. Beauty isn't everything. Um, but she has get this, she has a birthmark on her eye. Like it is the craziest looking shit. She's got like this weird like spot thing in her eye. And it's apparently her birthmark. And so that sparked a whole conversation. No. No, she's not. I don't, and if she is, then I don't have her Facebook because I don't talk to her like that. And I wouldn't simply put her on the map like that anyway, even if I did know, but I don't know. Mainly because it's just like I don't know. It's like maybe one day if I get to talking to her, she'll be on my Facebook. You talking about her beauty? I want to see. I don't know, man. Like Colombian women, bro, they got it going on, bro. And she's got all that in the back, bro. Bro, you already know it, man. Oh no, I'm checking out my new Walther CCP I just bought. By the way, I got another gun. What is that? My Walther CCP. It stands for Compact Carry Pistol. I think it's a Walther. It's really nice. Got a James Bond gun. Oh, son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! No, it's around five. I forgot it was around five. A gun? Yeah, I got another gun. I have 17 guns now. Well, 18 if you count the M1A I have that, but it was in a house fire, and so it does not function. It's missing components, and it's not missing many components. It's missing a few components, and it's just got some fire damage. So the whole receiver, everything's kind of charred up. I have to clean it off, and then I have to buy a whole new. Does Sophia know about your gun collection? Yes, she does, and she thinks it's pretty hot or cool or whatever she said it was in Spanish that I got translated to. Uh, she thinks it's cool, so no, I like this water. It's become my new daily care because I didn't have any compact handguns prior to this one. I hope she's not a commie. I don't think she's a commie. I don't date communists, and if I find out a woman that's so beautiful, like she could look like the other Sofia Vergara, I think her last name is on Modern Family. She could look like that, and she's a commie, bro. She just drops down to a two. I don't do commies, bro. I'm American in every sense of the way. Like there is no one fucks with my God given rights, and I have the God given right to own a fucking gun. And there is no if, ands, or what's about it. But But yeah, since there's been some very small, light, minor flirting between me and Sophia, I think I'm better off just continuing where it is and just not pushing it to be something it isn't. Just, whatever. Population 89. 88. I died. Hell yeah, brother. Well, I mean, if you go on my so if you go on my YouTube channel and go into where it says short YouTube shorts, I have it posted in there when I got my MP5. Yeah, because my MP5 was like the prized possession of my handgun or my guns, and now I got this new handgun, and I like this. I think the next handgun I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna probably end up getting me a Canik and a Sig the same day. Or I want to get the Beretta APX A1 Tactical full size in OD green with the threaded barrel, the improved sights, and the Picatinny rail. And I'd go grab me a Surefire pistol light for that and the Beretta compensator for it. And it already has an optics mount ready to go for me to mount and an optic if I so choose. But I think I would just put exclusively just the compensator because apparently the gun does not have much recoil at all out of the box, and it's pretty good at reducing its recoil. The handle, the way the gun is shaped, the weight distribution is perfect. So the recoil's not too snappy, but it's always on point, on target from what I hear. And it comes with 3 17-round mags with I think 2 adjustable back straps for big hands and small hands. So with that being stated, it's pretty nice, but it's just like with that compensator, it should be shooting pretty freaking flat. So it'd be a pretty fun, not really like a competition pistol, but like a semi-competition, semi-combat capable pistol that's battle ready. But I also, again, I want to have a Canik. Like I want to see the quality of a Canik, and but I also want a Sig. So I think I'll just buy a subcompact Canik and a subcompact Sig. But I want the Sig P320 and the P226 are the 2 SIGs I really like and want to try out. I mean, I know there's a few other SIGs that are a little more affordable in the subcompact range, so I might get a subcompact SIG that's a bit more affordable. But the other one I really like is the Walther P99 and the Walther PPQ. I like those guns. The P99 has a final edition, and so it's going to be the last of its kind for a while until they decide to bring it back, which I don't think they're going to anytime soon. So I have to snag that just because whatever, but that's more or less a collector's gun. It's just to say I have it, final edition, whatever. But since I have an MP5, I already have kind of a range toy / kind of a rare firearm, but all the MP5 clones are at least in the $1,000 range. I think it's the SP5 by HK that's like $2,000 to $3,000. And even so, the modifications for it are like way overpriced and way pricey, and it's just like whatever. But I have an HK MP5, but it's not made by HK. It's made by it's in 22, so it's not a real MP5. But it's actually, if you look on the marking on the serial number, it's actually designated MP5. Even though it's like an MP5 SD configuration because it has the suppressor and that handguard. But the thing with that is it's not a real suppressor. It's a faux suppressor. But also, Defender or Masterpiece Arms makes a gun called the Defender. It's a Mac 11 clone that also has a screw-on faux suppressor. So you can have it with a suppressor or without the suppressor, basically. But it's threaded, so if you get the license and paperwork, you can put a real suppressor on it. It's calibrated in 9x19 Parabellum with a 30-round mag. And I believe they make 40-round extended mags and 20-round smaller mags, if I'm not mistaken. So, gun nut, huh? When did you say you unlocked that perk? I'd say I unlocked that perk when I was 12 years old. when I first got attached to firearms and guns in general, with BB guns and Nerf guns and shit like that. And then I became an adult and started buying guns. And then I became 21 and started buying handguns. And now, since I'm 21, there are guns like the Mossberg 590 Shockwave, which is it's like a sawed-off shotgun. Let me say this: it's a short-barreled shotgun with a pistol grip with no stock. And so it's legal because it's a non-NFA item. It's not considered a shotgun or a pistol. It's classified as just a firearm. But you have to be 21 to buy guns like that. And so, like guns like that are hard to get, but they're strange weapons. But you have to be 21 basically to buy them. And so now I can buy that. Now I can buy AR and AK pistols. Now I can buy that Masterpiece Arms Defender, which is like I said, basically a Mac 11 clone in 9mm with a fake suppressor. But you can have it for about just under $600. I think it's actually $680 something after tax. I think, or something like that. Like, well, not under. I think it's under $700. I think it's about $615 or however odd cash it is plus tax. It'll be about $680 something when it's all said and done. But it's pretty cool. And the other thing, Smith & Wesson. I really want to get a couple different Smith & Wesson handguns. In particular, I'm more interested in what they offer for their performance center because they make the MMP 2.0 9mm competition pistol with 3 adjustable back straps and 4 17-round mags. It's really freaking nice. It's a nice competition gun. It's got a cool trigger on it, and it's got an extended mag release. So if you use left-handed, I'm ambi. So if I ever shoot it left-handed, it's going to drop the mag after the first shot, basically, because of where the mag release sits. But in the box, it comes with the standard mag release, so you just swap them over. The other gun I want to get, because I already have a Glock 17, but mine's a rare Gen 2. Mine's a Capitol Police issued Gen 2. So it had some minor differences between that and the standard model, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very rare Glock, so I don't really shoot it as much. But it's in mint condition pretty much. It's a really nice gun. Really nice gun. But I want to get like a Gen 3. I want to start getting the newer Glocks. Because, Glocks are overrated. Yes, I don't really care for Glocks as much as other guns. But since they make so many different options, I'm just going to start buying a bunch of Glocks until I find the one that works for me. You know what I mean? Because, let's face it, Glocks are fun to shoot for the most part. And secondly, they're a nice thing to collect since they have so many different iterations of Glocks. But for the most part, it's like I really want to get the two-tone guns. So my Walther's two-tone. It's stainless steel at the top, black polymer on the bottom. I don't know. It's a really nice looking gun. The Walther PPK. Yes, I am going classic James Bond because who doesn't like iconic guns? If a gun is iconic, I think that's really all that really matters of why you collect it. It doesn't have to be practical as long as it's iconic, as long as it's something that's pretty recognizable. I am going to get that Micro Draco because it's kind of an internet meme gun and just, I don't know, it's like the modern Tech 9, but way more reliable. You need a girl that loves guns. I do, but I don't even think that they exist. I know range bunnies exist or whatever, but I don't think I'm in that caliber of guy. I don't think I can pull a range bunny. I don't know. The big thing I want's a Barrett 50, like the M82 Barrett. I just don't have the budget for one. The other expensive guns I like are the Scar H. I think that's about $5,000 or $3,000, but the street price, what you'll actually pay for, it's about $5,000 since the store has to make its profits too. But yeah, I want that. I want to build another AR-15, but my budget for that is about $700. The build itself is about $700, but the egg hog that I'm buying a Trijicon egg hog, and that'd be about $1,000 sight. So by the time it's all said and done, depends on everything else I do to it. Depends on if I decide to upgrade the parts with it and then use those parts to build another AR build. It's whatever. But I do plan on buying a Ruger 5.56 MPR, putting a Trijicon on that, and then just using the same Trijicon across all my different Picatinny rails. Just take it off of one, put it on the other. So just why buy two Trijicons? They're $1,000 when you could just buy one and just use it on different guns. So I'm just gonna go one day, save up like $2,000 and buy a bunch of optics, buy a Trijicon, buy a couple different red dots and a holographic sight or whatever. Boom, I got all that shit ready to go. Might buy a couple flashlight laser combos because I can tell you right away when it comes to my daily carry handgun, I'll just buy a holster they can holster with a flashlight for a subcompact, but I want it with a flashlight and laser combo. Having the laser option's kind of neat. I don't need it per se, but it would be just something cool to have because I can tell you right away that the laser for target acquisition and very close quarter combat type situations is a decent little assist to have, but it can give away your position just as much as the flashlight. But I don't know, man. Tactics and guns is just a whole nother topic. But since I own just 17 guns, 3 more guns is 20 guns, and I'm only 21 years old. I know that a lot of the big gun YouTubers or whatever did not have this many guns when they were my age. So, I mean, the fact that I have what I have already and I'm not slowing down much at all, I'll probably be at 23 guns by the time I'm 22. So, I mean, I'm going to have some fun range toys and some impractical ass firearms for the most part. But I'm going to have a couple, like, really good ones. I know for sure. And again, when my content's more gun related, because I am going to possibly make a second channel that's just guns. Because for whatever reason, anytime like I post guns, unless it's like on YouTube Shorts, I don't really get a lot of videos, and I cannot live stream with guns, unfortunately, because YouTube's lame. But the Beretta Tomcat, the 21A Tomcat or Bobcat, no, the Tomcat, in stainless steel without the threaded barrel. I'd buy the Bobcat with a threaded barrel and 22 long rifle and put a suppressor on it. Suppress 22 subsonic rounds are really quiet. Be a pretty cool, like a quote unquote assassin's piece. Even though I'm not an assassin or anything like that, it's just kind of cool to have something like that, just to say you have something like that. I do intend on getting a Ruger 22 pistol, like semi-auto Mark 6, I think is what it's called. It's like it's an older looking design, but basically it's a 22 marksman pistol, and it's designed for target plinking, and that'll just be something really fun and interesting to shoot. Because again, the whole thing with me is it's as long as I have experience shooting different things, then I can have that experience. I have that skill. Speaking of, I plan on giving Taurus a try, mainly because they're really freaking cheap, and I don't expect them to be much high quality or anything like that. I get it. Some people will say it's a waste of money, but for me, it's a really cheap handgun, and I'd most certainly review it like I would any other gun. But who knows? I might like it. I might not. But again, when I go buy a bunch of Glocks, I'll buy a couple Taurus guns as well, because my joke is Taurus and Glock are the same quality with, and it pisses everybody off. But I think Glocks are way better than Tauruses. But then again, I've never shot a Taurus. I've never owned a Taurus. So in order to have an opinion about the matter, I was going to buy maybe a couple different Tauruses. I know Taurus makes the Judge shotgun pistol thing or whatever, which is universally considered one of the coolest concept guns, and it's actually quite effective, especially because you can shoot 45 long Colt, I think it is. I don't know, man. But you can shoot. I know you can put the slugs in there, and in that package, that's kind of a cool weapon to have. So definitely got to have a Taurus Judge. But as far as the other Taurus snub nose
revolvers or whatever. I'll have to try a few of those. I intend on getting a couple Smith and Wesson revolvers.
So when I start getting into revolvers and big caliber handguns, like magnums, like the 44, the 357, the 454 Cazul, 500 Magnum. I intend on getting a Magnum Research Desert Eagle and the 50 AE. So that's a pretty fun thing to have.
And practical and not the best in terms of overall reliability, but they're pretty badass weapons. They shoot pretty big rounds. I mean, like, again, that's another Call of Duty gun, the Desert Eagle.
And I mean, obviously, there's the FNFAL, my favorite gun of all time. I probably won't own. I mean, DSO makes DSA, I think is the name of it. I think makes basically a FAL kit. That's basically the receiver, the gun, basically everything is kitted because import laws suck in the U.S. So getting one of those is just on the list of dream weapons to own in a Thompson, a 1928 Thompson. With the vertical grip, the full length barrel, that muzzle device, the drum magazine, the full stock, that classic Chicago typewriter. Look, I have to have it. It's like a must have for me. It's just, I don't know, man. Oh, I get it. I just listed off maybe everything I just listed off that I'm gonna probably end up buying. All of it together is probably close to 20 grand. So I mean, not really, but like, I mean, it's up there. Like it's at least 12 grand worth of guns, not counting what I already have. And so for me, oh yeah, the high point carbine is kind of a fun weapon. I just want to try it out. But PCCs are becoming more and more interesting to me, just because I'm getting into. I'm buying a lot of 9mm because of my handguns. So I have a bunch of bulk. I have like 2 whole things of bulk. I have about 500 rounds of bulk 9mm unshot, unfucked with that I'm just saving for just experiments on different 9mm guns. So I mean, 500 is not a lot to have bulk, but when you're at my age with my budget and with what I have, that's pretty impressive. Because all my nice loads from Federal and just my Federal target ammo and just my 9mm defensive loads, I have a box of 50 of the Winchester silver tipped hollow points. And I also have my daily carry 9mm ammo is the 147 grain JHPs or jacketed hollow points from Sig Sauer Elite Defense, the V Crown hollow points, and they're really nice. I like them. They're high quality. Again, though, they make those external hollow points. I have a box of those. They're really expensive. I have a couple boxes of Hornady defensive loads, but they're not in my daily carries, though. I want to do some ballistics gel tests for videos. All that's expensive, but when I start making gun-related content, I feel like that's just where my channel is going in terms of just gaming and guns and just me as a person. I think that the best medium is gun-related content. Another gun I forgot to mention was the Keltec Sub 2000 and the Keltec KSG and the Keltec PMR 30. So the PMR 30 is a 30-round pistol, but it shoots 22 magnums. It's kind of interesting. It gives me FN 57 vibes, except it's just way underpowered in terms of caliber. I mean, 22 Magnum will fuck somebody up, believe it or not. 22 Magnum's very lethal. It travels very fast, but compared to 5.7, I think 5.7 wins in almost every regard. But owning an F, that's like a $1,200 pistol, the 5.7. So the PMR 30, on the other hand, is not. So it's much more affordable. In terms of its reliability and feeding, I don't know because I don't own one. I only know what my uncle Ed has told me about them because he owns one. And I've never owned one, but I have shot one. That was the first handgun I ever shot was a PMR 30. And I may have got like a full magazine worth out of the gun, but that's also 30 rounds. So, I mean, just like, mainly because it's my first time ever shooting. And just loading it took so long. I'm like, I don't want to load that thing all the way up again.
So I think if I remember correctly, I just put 8 more shots in it, and I think then I just done with the PMR 30. Then I went on to shoot a stub nose 44 Magnum and didn't hit shit. That was a strange weapon to go to, but before that I had already shot a 44 with those with no, it was after. So now I'm wrong actually. So after I got done shooting the PMR 30, I shot a full size, like full barrel length, a 6-inch barrel with a big old compensator at the end, fucking 44 Magnum, and it was a beefy fucking Smith and Wesson 44 Magnum from the Performance Center. It was my uncle's at the time. It was his pride and joy that year for when he bought that. And then I shot a snub nose version or a shorter barrel. It wasn't it wasn't as short as it could have been, but it was pretty short. It was like a 3-inch barrel basically. Just poking out there, then boom, boom. Just that upper recoil, that just not having all that front weight to pull down just felt weird, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And then I shot a 357. Obviously, it was way better than a 44 Magnum in terms of handling, but I shot a Glock, and then I shot a Beretta 92 FS, and I fell in love with the Beretta 92 FS. Just the handling, everything about it was just so much better than the Glock. I didn't touch the Glock ever again. It was a Glock 19 Gen 3, I think, and the Beretta it was an older Beretta. It was like an older one from like the 90s. It was pretty freaking cool. But then I had shot a 380 pistol in compact size. I'm like, yeah, this is fun, but I want to move on to something else. And then I shot an M1A1, and I had some fun range time with that. And then I shot an AR-15, and then we were done. But prior to all that, I shot a shotgun, and I shot a 22. It was the Marlin Model 70. It was a 22 Marlin, and he had a Vortex scope on it that he had pre-adjusted. I was hitting some pretty crazy shots with that thing, and it was pretty fun. He had a Ruger 1022, but I didn't get a chance to shoot that while I was there. So yeah, shout out to my Uncle Ed, man. He taught me most of what I love about guns, which is shooting them. But as far as my knowledge goes of weapon platforms and shit like that, I got most of that from like back in the day. It was FPS Russia, Demolition Ranch, Brandon Herrera, Ian McCollum from Forgotten Weapons, the people from TFB TV, Iraq Veteran 8888. Like you name, like I just named off some pretty cool gun YouTubers, Kentucky Ballistics. Just so I've watched a couple documentaries on World War II guns. Sorry, my voice is cracked right there. And the documentary of the Kalashnikov, and just a couple of Vietnam War documentaries, and they were talking about the M16s and just what soldiers were going through, and you're watching war movies and shit like that, just sort of playing different video games and like recognizing certain guns from video games and movies and shit like that. And so it's just like got me into guns. And so now we're here as an adult. I'm buying them, I'm collecting them, I'm going to gun shows, I'm going to shooting range. I just go to all things that involve guns. Guns are just a part of me. I think when people hear, I don't know, that's a whole topic in and of itself for another day. I'm going to get off because my computer, my laptop I'm streaming on is about to die anyway. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. There's a lot of different talking points, but I think the comment section goes away after I end the stream. Like I don't think we can see it live anymore. Like it won't show the comments. So the whole time I'm streaming, it just looks like I'm talking to myself. It's crazy. We'll see you guys.